Hello, welcome back. CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 11. Major time. Qualifier time first. We're in the qualifiers of Southeast Asia, and we have one final match here for Group A to decide which team will go to the upper bracket and which team to the lower bracket. We're one game in. TNC is one game up versus Lotac in a very exciting back and forth game. That was game one, and I am curious to see if we're going to see something similar for game two. I'm here with Lizard, I'm here with ODPixel, I'm Shiver. Now let's go into the draft, because as you might be able to tell, it's already on the way. That's right.
Dusk.
I think I heard the hero.
Yeah?
I think it's on my side.
Eat
as
me
well.
to dusk.
Oh,
There you go. And the Rubik is yours as well. I will go for the Centaur.
All right.
Centaur for the dire side, Lotac.
Where's that Dusky? There we go. Dusk. And the Rubik.
We're going to shove it over.
Actually. All right.
10 seconds
And
remaining.
here you go.
Well, why do I get
Here,
it?
actually, give it to me. I just put
I
it
want
here.
that. Oh no, that one's also there. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
I know you guys can't see it, but we are deciding on which hero goes on which lane. And we're thinking right now, Centaur in the off lane, maybe together with the Tusk. Maybe Tusk is going to roll.
Yeah, let's
And
go.
Rubik is going to support someone on the safe lane.
I don't know if he wants to, though, does he? I mean, against the Centaur, Tusk isn't that a pretty nasty lane to support as just a lone Rubik against?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
surprised
not
about?
easy. But I guess maybe they have to. Maybe they won't get a choice with the way they drafted it.
Who can, like, which support is it gonna find it
true.
easy to defend against Tusk and
I mean, I'd say Lich, but Lich is banned.
Lich.
But other than Lich, right,
Other
there's
than
not,
Lich,
there's
yeah.
not really anything.
Wait, if you guys can't see us placing these, then perhaps we don't need to place them. Oh, well, we do, okay. Well, I am surprised to not see anything banned. That Lotac was very strong with previous game. But we do see the Kunkka picked up instead of that. And
the Troll is not banned.
and we see the but the Grimstroke from previous game is banned. Grimstroke was very strong, especially the later the game goes. Grimstroke with that GPM talent at level 10, that's so value.
Yeah, he always has items that you.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Furion was really strong in that game as well.
I'd
The
say so as well.
cooldown reduction talent. Ooh, it's,
No, I mean, guaranteed sort of them the 2 racks, you know, even though they lost the game. But
even though they lost, he was doing a lot.
yeah, I mean, I guess pretty much in both games that we've seen of Furion today, it's been a very impactful hero.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if you have a support with the GPM, it matters. It matters so much. Any hero that has a GPM.
Winter Wyvern has also got a GPM, I believe.
Yeah, he does. I mean, that hero isn't. He benefits from the GPM talent, but the hero itself always has gold because, like, he Splinter blasts the creeps, split pushes, defends. Always has farm, but the GPM talent definitely helps. Some blink, some Metro Lance, Glimmer Cape, so good on him. But I'm not seeing him for a really long time. Even though Furion is picked, he used to be 2 go support versus Furion. He's not really picked any longer. There are just some better position 5s.
Dire team back.
the joke ban, so still looking towards those Raven carries. But as you say, I feel like there's a lot of arguably stronger Raven heroes still in the pool.
There's a Terrorblade, actually.
The Terrorblade's the big one that I'm seeing. Terrorblade's there.
The problem is, I think they have the next pick, right? Or not?
Yeah,
they do. They got the pick out of these bans. Yeah, Lotac does.
Yeah.
So you just get the Troll out and you pick the TB. I think that's a good option, but you have to be careful because you didn't ban that Slark, and then again you can be facing that Slark, and Slark versus Troll isn't great, but versus TB it's good.
And especially backed up by Kunkka, you know, one of these heroes that keeps the fights going long because of the run.
Yeah. So if you, they've kind of cornered themselves with these bans, I believe. Or Morphin.
And the Morph, so ignoring both the cause.
So it's TB.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
TB.
I think you kind of had to, but you think TNC could just take Slark it?
I mean, they have options now, Troll or Slark. Either works, honestly. Troll isn't banned, right? It isn't. Slark isn't banned. It isn't.
I think Slark's nice. I mean, as we've seen that Slark, you know, it doesn't matter about the nerfs, this hero is still
It's first
good.
last game. It's really good versus TB as well.
And you're against sort of, you know, you could be in a lane against the Centaur if you've got some sort of Saber with you, you know, easy essence shifts in the lanes.
5 seconds remaining.
I think, yeah, a Slark pick at this point could be good, but maybe the Troll is more sort of meta and more what TNC feel comfortable with. But yeah, Gabby's Slark last game crushed it. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't want to just do it again.
Dire team pick.
Well, they go for the Earth Spirit
They're
instead.
going to bring the Earth Spirit in. Okay. So holding back on showing the Slark now. I mean, obviously there's no bans before the next pick, and then you know that obviously Lotac aren't going to pick a Slark as well as a TB, so they could just be taking that as sort of a precaution, you know, making sure that Lotac don't grab it if they were necessarily scared of it as well. But
it's hard for Lotac to grab an Earth Spirit with the Tusk, with the Centaur.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it doesn't really fit.
Yeah, it definitely does not fit. On TNC it does though, and I mean it doesn't change a lot what they pick now.
No, I guess as well, same in the Slark for the 4th means that it's just an extra pick that Lotac, if maybe Lotac aren't thinking about the Slark, they're not going to pick a hero that
they can't,
Slark's good against, that's good against the Slark.
Exactly.
It saves the Slark.
They can't counter it somehow.
No.
It's not like they're going to snatch a hero away from them, but,
no.
But they're not. Now they're thinking, is it Troll? Is it Slark?
Yeah. You leave it open.
Yeah, you left it open a bit, and you can't say for sure. So
When is the right time to pick a Nature's Prophet support? Oh, never mind. They go for Witch Doctor instead.
I mean, Witch Doctor is alright too, but
And it gives them more disable. That was something they were lacking previously.
Nature's Prophet is kind of difficult versus, I guess, Kunkka with the X. You have a way of always out pushing those lanes, and also with Cleave you can deal with Reese and whatever he sends at you, so it's not that optimal.
And with the Witch Doctor, I think it just feels, as you say, it's a great Slark game. Just Gabby, like if they saw last game as a Slark game, then this game surely is going to seem just as much as a Slark.
What do you have?
Witch Doctor.
Oh, we're on camera.
Oh,
Get
hello. I got Earth Spirit.
A Witch Doctor and Terrorblade are definitely mine. I kind of slacked on this, I guess. I'm very sorry, production, don't kill me. Alright, so we have the Witch Doctor here and T.
And they're still not picking the Slark yet. It's going to be Bat Rider.
Where's my T? Alright.
The Bat Rider on that off lane.
Right, so
TNC.
it's Witch Doctor on that.
Yeah. It'll be with the
Dire
TB, right?
side. It's gonna be with the TB, yeah. So we're gonna put him. Where's the camera? Right here, on the safe lane, on the Dire safe lane. Witch Doctor
10 seconds remaining.
There we go.
Okay.
5 seconds
Anything else? Bat Rider. Alright. So
I think Bat Rider offlane and an Elder Titan. Maybe he's going to be more of a roaming person.
Maybe for TNC. Is this the game where, you know, we were down in the Slark? Who else did I sort out today? Lifestealer. They got a bat. Maybe they could. Would this be a bad Lifestealer game?
for who actually?
TNC.
For TNC.
I mean, that is someone.
They've got an Earth Spirit.
They ban out the Slark.
I don't think it's a life stealer game because
You don't think you can run over the TB?
Yeah, if you don't run him over, eventually
you're gonna lose.
Yeah, you're gonna lose. He gets that Scotty, he slows you down, he sunders you every time you jump on him.
But against the rest of their heroes,
against the rest, it's good.
You don't think they could try and just go for the rollover play and just try and crush them?
They're one game up.
Possible.
If it's any game, it will be this one, right? If they want to try and test it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a game up.
Yeah.
I still think that the most likely is they do fall back on the Slark. Oh no, it's got banned. It's got banned now, so they can't.
Yeah,
they can't
Slark ban.
Yeah.
So their options are Troll.
Troll still there.
Or Troll. And who else? You have AM perhaps, but
I don't. Do you like aim against Terrorblade? Like, how does that sort of work? The timings and things. Do you think?
I mean, the timings are obvious. The TB is gonna start pressuring you and taking your full map control by the time you're online. So it can be problematic, definitely. But if AM gets out of hand, it's gonna go his way.
Razor ban.
But you have that reflection as well to work with. So I don't know. I still think Troll is optimal for them.
What about Monkey King?
Monkey King could be fine.
Could also work, right? You got a couple of targets in the lane. You're gonna get the Jingo up.
The problem for Monkey is.
Can you then carry the game as the Monkey King against Terrorblade?
Not really. Not really. You would have to like roll over as well. You would have to be really strong in that laning stage. And they go
try it. They're going to try it. I mean, I'm kind of with you. I'm not always sold on Monkey King picks. But I know that a lot of these SEA teams, they do love the hero.
Yeah. They picked it. I mean, not this team, but it was picked today as well.
It was, and it did lose. But that game was. This game, we'd assume it is going to be safe lane, right? Has to be with the Kunkka, so it's going to be safe lane with the Kunkka mid.
But
Because they're hoping that because now that's sort of their answer to sort of the Centaur Tusk lane. They're saying, all right, you can try and kill us still with a strong dual lane, but we have ways to capitalize on the fact that you are two melee cores that are going to be getting hit by the monkey.
Honestly, I love Monkey when he's mid. When he's safe lane, yeah, you have that Jingle Master, you get that level 3, but you're still being hit by 2 heroes, and you're going to be hit by Dust.
How
it's a lot slower.
You put Batrider safe lane, Monkey mid, Kunkka aggressive tri lane.
That's very unlikely. You don't really want to put Kunkka in a tri lane.
Kunkka needs experience. That's like basically bottom line for him.
But Kunkka solo safe lane, Monkey mid.
I mean, because at the moment you want the Kunkka mid. I guess it depends on what mid they pick, but the chances are the Kunkka's going to be countering the mid more than a Monkey King. Right? Like it's going to be the best for you, whatever the hero is, to have the Kunkka mid. I mean, Lotac, what are they going to pick?
That's why, I mean, they banned Razor. Kunkka is mid like 90%, I think. It's possible.
They're going with the Monkey King.
It's going to be Kunkka mid, versus the Death Prophet. We're going to see the same matchup that was in that last game.
We are, but what, the other way around?
Yeah.
The other way around between the two mid players. So we'll see.
That Prophet did win in the last.
But I thought that was Armel just being really good on the DP. Like, he just played very, very well. I don't know if we're necessarily going to see Lotac be able to repeat that sort of outplay with the DP. I think
they have so much push on that side. They have the Terrorblade, they have that Prophet. Like, their team is looking really solid, really strong. I feel that it's on TNC to outplay them in order to win this match. It's not like... I think it's much easier for Lotac to execute their draft.
TB and DP, I think you're absolutely right. The thing is,
we gotta do predictions.
I went against Gabby's Slark in game 1, and I feel like if I go against Gabby's Monkey King, I'm going to make another mistake. Like he was ready to carry. I didn't believe you could carry with the Slark in a game like this. I really don't believe a Monkey King can carry this game either. But Gabby
you're still going to go.
I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go with TNC this time because I think the way that Gabby carried with his Slark means that he is going to be able to carry with the Monkey King.
How about you?
I don't know. Are we still doing the?
I will go TNC as well.
Let's go
TNC. Nobody wants to be the one to be the one wrong
ruining
first.
This.
That's not how. That's how we win from the other team.
All right, all 3 TNC.
All 3 TNC.
I mean, it's the Slarks, and I said that Armel had a great game, and I think Armel's Kunkka as well is also going to be. I'll be surprised if he does suffer, like sort of fall behind the DP the same way that he got ahead as the DP in the last game. I think he's just the better mid in this matchup.
He just knows that matchup really well, and that's why he won it so hard.
Yeah. So I think even though the heroes are switched, I think Armel's going to be certainly one to watch.
You know what, actually? I think Batrider is going to be very interesting. The hero got changed, and indirectly as well, because Windlaze got changed, Trumps got changed because of that, the movement speed is changed, and he got directly changed as well. Like his Firefly is completely different now. It lasts...
the Firefly is way better now.
It
should be.
You get movement speed with it as well when you use it.
It's more the duration of the cooldown, right? It works so that, you can actually do stuff. Yeah.
So it's like you have more movement speed on it, and then these item builds that you could go for before are even better. You can go get something like Tranquil's Drums, just run people over with the
level 2 Batrider.
Level 2? What do you mean?
Sorry, I'm playing too much Dota chess.
Oh, god damn it.
Still, I have to say I'm proud. Well, I'd be lying. I opened up that game, I finished the first 2 levels and I closed it.
You closed it?
Yeah,
what?
I had 3 tasks. My chat told me to put 3 tasks because they apparently combine into something. A bigger task. I don't know.
Level 2 task.
Level 2 task.
The concept is not that hard. Sorry.
All right. Into level 2 task.
But you didn't like it?
Why, you only played 2 rounds?
Nah, I'm just being a hater.
Okay. I think it's pretty cool.
No, I really enjoyed Warcraft 3 custom games.
Yeah.
And I think, like, this game allows us to have just as many great games. I can't really figure out.
It's just a proof that, all that standing in between creators and a successful game is just a creation pit.
Yeah.
Because you got the platform.
He's going for the courier snap.
Yeah.
And they haven't noticed, I don't think. Not that they would, it doesn't appear on the map. You'd have to be looking at that area.
Yeah, you have to be checking.
Oh, he's not. Why is he not going for it?
Because
He chickened out.
He chickened out.
He chickened out. He could have gotten it.
He
back.
could have. If he
gotten
actually
it.
went up to it, he probably would have got it.
Yeah, the thing is, usually when you... I love the way he runs. But look at that.
I guess the thing
wobbling.
is as well, we've got to remember, this is, this is the carry. It's not like a support monkey. Like, he needs to be in the lane hitting creep.
Yeah, so basically, you go and you check if they put the courier on the low ground. Because teams usually do that as there's like...
Yeah, so it's a little quicker to
yeah,
get to
it's
the
a little quicker to get to
But you don't do that against a monkey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it happens every now and then.
Yeah, someone forgets. Does it just out of habit, puts the courier out a little bit.
This as well isn't something that I've seen in a while. Creep skips, man, this used to be. Remember that pattern?
Every game. You had to do it.
Every single game you had to do it, yeah. He just rolls out, ports to the lane. That's how it was before. Now he's just gonna run. Oh, there we go. Ports back, and now you have 2 waves going at you.
It's going to take a bit of time to get to the top lane, but when they do, you're going to be rolling in the money and the XP.
Kunkka doing very well so far on that mid. We talked about it.
I think I really think this is the Armel factor. Yeah. Like, sure, Chuan, he's obviously a great mid, but Armel always has been sort of the star player. One of the star mids in SEA.
Yeah, definitely.
So Kunkka versus the DP or DP versus the Kunkka, which one's going to win the lane? Whichever one Armel's on.
Yeah, and I have a feeling that Chuan, he does more as the game progresses, not necessarily on the laning stage.
Yeah, like his sort of strengths are not the laning. Yeah. It's the decision making and moves.
He does well later on in the laning stage. I think it was Puck versus Odie, didn't go very well for him either.
No, yeah,
then
you're right.
The monkey, was it Monkey Kunkka as well with him?
Yeah, he was the Kunkka that was getting back up.
He was doing well. All right, he was doing all right there.
Yeah. But yeah, it is somewhere around there. 13 for 3 against 7 for 3. Quite lead. Top lane. Cuckoo's getting dove upon. Tag team and Metamorphosis Sailor. As Lotac will get first blood, take down Cuckoo.
All right, so you can pull the creeps and make double the wave, but
they'll just dive you.
If they just dive you with it and kill you,
like, thanks for pulling the wave.
Yeah, look at this.
We'll just farm behind the tower.
Yeah.
Now Bat gets nothing.
Oh.
That was so
very
if they grabbed him, he was dead.
Yeah, he would have been.
Tag team back up with
that
stick
is
charges.
Indeed tip-worthy.
Maybe they'll still get a kill here. Scam can get him with the tag team.
He can't get out. He's going to roll into people.
That's another kill. Tag team's out. And another bit of action for Lotac. 2 kills already up top.
Oh, Cuckoo.
Oh.
They're smelling blood on Raven, but I think he can just... They can turn around to...
The Raven's out. They're going to bring TPs back in up top, of course.
I mean, when you get these early kills, the biggest issue is that the team that got the kills, they can buy boots. And then suddenly it's much harder for you to lane against them, especially if you're a bat, you want to get on top of someone. He's got boots and a stick.
Oh,
that'll work.
Very nice. They're kicking Skem underneath the tower, but he's got the tag team, won't quite fall, and in fact, not nice enough, because Skem survives, Verifies pop by Cuckoo.
Oh, that one hit from the Witch Doctor.
He's got the salve out as well, so we'll be able to keep himself in lane.
At the same time, Kunkka doing very well in mid, and Centaur actually died to Monkey during that engagement.
Yeah, this bottom lane, I mean, this is the power of having the Monkey in the safe lane. You see an offlaner like a Centaur, Monkey King plus a support with a disable, I mean, the Centaur's going to get trashed.
Yeah, this is the best that he can do. He's basically constantly pulling the creeps, trying to mess with the equilibrium of the lane. We might see him actually go skip, creep skip as well, because he can't really approach this Monkey King. If he does, he's going to die again.
He's got no armor and a couple of hits with Jingu and a Boundless, he just feeds. Mid lane Ninja Boogie does have an Invis rune. See if he can set up a Chuan, comes out with the next wave. Another good attempt at it, same time up top, Scam. And Yamate again closing the gap onto Cuckoo. He's got the Firefly and the backup of the Earth. They can indeed. They look to get on top of Raven. Raven's got a couple of sticky napalm stacks on him and does pop the stick charge. Can they kill him? They can. They'll lose Cuckoo's life. They'll take it.
He's fine with that.
Yeah, he got Raven out of the game.
Actually, it's good for him. He refreshes, does not need to use any regen.
Oh, hello.
There we go. Set up the first tie, bring it hit if they can. He'll hold it for now. Just goes for the X-Mark into Chant. Finds the angle. Chant does have a siphon. See if he can keep himself alive, and he'll bring down the Cuckoo with him. So 2 versus 1, he brings down the Armel, he'll take that.
He gets the kill first, which means he gets the experience as well. And I mean, this is awesome for him, honestly.
On top again, he's going in very deep.
Metamorphosis is popped as well. That's not good for Cuckoo. Or is it? Actually, he does get the kill.
Cuckoo's trading his life for Raven. He's killing Raven first every time. This sort of suicidal play from Cuckoo is fine. You're getting Raven out of the game, and in a game where we know that on TNC's side, Gabby, he's having total free fun down bottom.
So we went with TNC, right?
We did.
Prediction-wise?
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
We're so good, actually.
Look at this down bottom. Gabby, he's got the balance if he needs it. He's boom. He'll use it, yeah, just a little bit too speedy on the Centaur for him to get the kill with just the right clicks. Oh yeah, this Monkey King's getting out of control.
This is not looking great for Lotac. Lotac?
Yeah. No, yeah, not at the moment.
Definitely not.
They have a very good start on Gabby's Monkey King TNC. And as we see, both Gabby and Armel had solid performance. I mean, the team as a whole, as you said, commending the support play last game. As the game went on later, you know, this time round, if TNC are able to get this sort of lead earlier, they could try and push for a much quicker finish.
They got that kill on mid, though. That Prophet did get that kill.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
Still...
Yeah, it's just sort of miscalculated. It looked like as well they would have had that if he was able to line up the first Tidebringer hit, but he sort of whiffed it in the sense he walked past the creep rather than hitting the creep to get sort of that opening Tidebringer hit off with the telekinesis. And now, in fact, Armel in trouble again. Rotation comes in, does have the backup of the Rubik as they'll turn, grab Skem back. Do they have the damage getting? He has got a torrent, so he can get it on target. He can. Is it enough though? It doesn't look like it is. Skem will survive. But at the same time, that was Lotac trying to dive in for a kill attempt onto Armel, and unsuccessful at doing so. Level 6 is now online for the Kunkka.
Yeah, we should basically look at that Prophet and what she's about to do, because that hero gets the ultimate and is looking to take an objective instantly, so...
Ohio is struggling this game.
I mean, it's this Monkey King pick.
Look at that net worth difference too.
It ruins his lane. It's what does he do? Like what do they do?
He goes into the tree.
How do you sort of fix this? Should you have changed the lanes around? Probably not, because TB's going to have a bad time in that lane. Like,
well, TB is already having a bad time.
That's true. Yeah, TB's not having a good time anyway.
That's the problem. They're committing so much into helping this TB, and the TB is suffering hard. Yeah. So I don't really know what they're supposed to do. They need to send the TB to the jungle and then create some crazy rotations around their Centaur once he's at least level 5. Or go with your Dead Prophet, commit her to a lane. Use that ultimate to crush the Monkey King's lane. They're for Armel, but X-Mart.
I mean, he's already X'd himself.
So well played, actually. Like he's doing this really well, because basically when he kills all the creeps, he prevents her from pushing, right? So farms and saves himself.
She's going to move Chuan up towards the top lane. They wanted it there. I think, as you say, they sort of realised with the way that Armel's playing, they're not going to find an opportunity to use the Exorcism to push mid. They'll look to try and utilise it elsewhere. They get the control onto Tims. Tims is surrounded. No escape for him.
No.
Yeah. The issue is, like, you can't send that. Oh, Ohio.
Oh no, not again.
Ohio.
He's got a who stop in a second, but
he's not going to have that second.
Yeah,
dominating Gabby.
Massive.
4-0.
And he is going to be going for the Battle Fury build this game. So Gabby wanting to make sure that he can be that scaling carry the team needs. It's Cuckoo on top of Skem. Skem's got a snowball, but there's already quite a bit of Firefly laid down, as well as the napalm, and Skem cannot escape. As Cuckoo, I mean, he playing incredibly aggressive on this bat on the top, but it's absolutely paid off, because this lane is now somewhere that Lotac just can't really go.
Yeah, so you have one dead lane, that's the top lane, and the bottom lane is the same. The only lane that you can do a play around is the Kunkka's lane, but he's playing so well passively that he is just defending it. And
well, this lane is just such a suicidal place for Lotac to be.
Like, they're just being crushed all over the place.
Ninja Boogie can just come and just get an extra kill on the side.
Armel this time. Armel. So down by the tag team, the Siphon.
Castex, 2 bracers.
That's close though.
It was. Definitely was.
That is indeed taunt worthy.
Yeah. So if you didn't get the roam on him earlier, he would have been dead.
Yep.
There's Gabby trying to make that race for the Demon Edge. 1600 towards it. It's going to be very good timing.
So actually, it's going to be the Monkey King going for that Battle Fury this game.
I like it this game. I mean,
you're going to be able to scale, if nothing else. no matter what happens. And also you had such a good lane that you're gonna get fast.
Yeah, and it helps you sort of get the TB illusion.
Still that exorcism, by the way, looming over.
This is something I expected them to do a bit earlier. Like, this is the tower that you could have taken. I guess they were just waiting for Centaur.
Can they kill the Monkey King with it?
I mean,
on his own, like Gabby obviously doesn't want to get stuck in.
And I guess he knows they're all there.
They can. The only question is TNC gonna respond to this?
Yeah, do they try and hold this at all, or do they just let this go?
I think Gabby wants to. He's pinging it out.
I don't know.
He just needs people to come in. And they're coming. They teleport to the shrine, a couple.
I mean, the tower's going to be gone.
Teleported to the tower.
Punish them after.
Yeah. He doesn't care about that tower.
There we go, stun onto 2. They're going to pop the Stampede as they look to split immediately. Lotac trying their best to get out. Gabby's going to hunt for a higher. Ahio going for the TP out with the boundless strike. Trees will find him. Gabby gets the catch. Kuku's already looking for more with a Firefly chasing down Scam. So as you say, they may have got the tier 1 tower, but TNC will be able to claim 2 of their life.
I'm taking him. Like they're fighting for that guy.
Yeah.
Like hungry wolves. Overall though...
They didn't get the Death Prophet.
They didn't get the Death Prophet. They got the Centaur, who's already miserable, so not a big deal. And they got the Tusk, who actually has almost the same net worth as that Centaur. But together they have nothing. So you basically got 2 worthless kills. I mean, not completely worthless, but 2 worthless kills, and you committed 5 heroes there. So you did punish that aggression, but I wonder if just farming on the other side of the map or trying to catch that Terrorblade would have been more worth it. As Exorcism was used anyway.
Yeah.
If they got the Death Prophet, then sure, yeah, but without that kill, I guess the experience value is alright.
I mean, it's not bad, but it could have been better. I totally understand where you're coming from there.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Rubik, hello.
Attack team once again. Taunts.
Yeah,
Ninja
got a
Boogie.
Fade to reduce the damage, but what? Okay, retaliate.
Never mind.
Could have maybe stolen that snowball there too.
This is a really cool Centaur set, must say. I mean, I know Ohio is not, doing too hot this game, but at least he looks good while dying. It's important.
Yeah, it's important.
You get your wins where you can.
Oh, what just happened?
Well, they got Kuku.
Yeah.
Can't found him.
Yeah.
Down bottom, I guess it was alone.
Solo. Was that a solo kill?
Yeah.
All right. That Prophet soloing a bat. Yeah, this is... Yeah. You don't expect that kill to happen. That Prophet versus bat. Like, what?
And this is, as I say, still going to be very good timing on Gabby with the Battle Fury, having that Demon Edge done, that first hurdle climbed.
A lot of downtime on him, in which he's just like hanging in the trees, looking for a pick-off. I mean, it's alright, but you're hanging above a Tusk.
I thought because if you guys say like, okay, he's going for a Battle Fury, he wants to be that damage dealer later on, shouldn't he try to continue to farm rather than hanging in trees looking for those kills? Is that not his job this game?
No, exactly. I agree with you. That's what I expected from him. I expected from him to get that Battle Fury. Yeah. Then after that, perhaps you can hang in the trees because you farm so much quicker, right?
Yeah.
So it's important that you finish that item.
He's not even finished with it yet.
Yeah, he's not even finished. And the network lead over the Terrorblade that was over 3k is now like 1k. So the TB is catching up. He has more catching up to do, definitely, but he's getting there. I really like what Armel is still doing. He's basically preventing them from using that.
This mid lane, I don't think we've seen the dire creeps hit the high ground the whole game. The way that he's holding it.
But overall, it feels like TNC, they've lost control of this game. Not completely, but they aren't in the driving seat as they were just a few minutes ago. I think they needed to do less. They just needed to put that monkey to rest, to just farm. That's it. Yep. And then with this Battle Fury, they could fight even.
Exorcism now for another tower.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's going to be the same as previously. Because they do look like they want to fight, but they'll probably again fight once Tower's already dead.
I mean, I don't think you don't really want to fight into Exorcism when you've got a Monkey King with an unfinished Battle Fury and
there's a Meta now as well. They're ready to fight here.
They're going to try. Let's see what they can find. Already they're on the side. They've lost the Rubik. They get the Boundless Strike and the Lasso down as they're pulling him in. Have they got the damage to finish him off? They can. They'll kill the Death Prophet. So get the DP. It's a big kill. The question is if they can get anything more. The Magnetide's still going.
Great.
Lotac look like they will be able to walk themselves away. As they're not even done. Lotac are ready to get kills on the back of being on the high ground. Tim's walked into a trap. Raven still surviving on a very tiny amount of HP. As TNC just, again, sort of awkward decision making there, trying to fight. He's get that Battle Fury finished.
I guess he's got it now, right?
He's got it pretty much now, yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time...
Almost.
Yeah.
That is another fight that, you know, it felt even, and in the end, Lotac actually, I think, won that fight, I'd say.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't have been the case. They're just giving them
After that
things
training
away.
stage, you expected Lotac to just crumble completely.
Yeah.
But they've managed to shake it off and just play properly. And I also think the TNC just tried to do way too much for what they've been given. Like, they just needed to continue farming. If you decided to get that Battle Fury, just farm with it. Farm it.
Here we go mid. Short arm out. Let's get the lead into the boat. They have already lost Cuckoo. Again, doesn't look like TNC will quite have the damage to finish off any of these kills.
Also, Bat was a little bit too eager to get that kill there. I think he's overestimating his new spell. Maybe didn't really play way too many Batrider games since the change. Trying to get so close and close the gap with that new Firefly. Yeah, you can do it. I think he even has the items for the movement speed, but...
No, he's got the drums.
Yeah, drums, but not good enough. Battle Fury is completed. He already has 800 gold after it. I mean, it just boosts your farm so amazingly well. Like, that's all he needed. You get the Battle Fury, and then suddenly, as you're hunting, you can jump on a creep camp, clear it up in a second like now, and then continue stalking someone. You can do that.
We're going for some stats next. The Battle Fury into S and Y.
SNY, everyone is buying SNY. Every single hero I'm watching right now, it looks like the best
sort of
new item.
this is now the value stat item that you just want to have.
There you go. TB case in point has it.
Yeah.
SNY.
Dire are scanning.
It just feels a lot better than sort of buying the Manta on a lot of these heroes now.
Yeah.
Unless there's a specific reason for getting like Manta on these Agi heroes rather than S and Y.
Yeah, like saving you versus some Orchid, or if you're AM or something like that to get those illusions as well.
But on these sort of heroes that, you know, they don't naturally have a lot of HP, if you can get that extra bit of strength, at a good timing as well, like Raven has, it makes them into a very, very strong target.
Oh?
Got Cuckoo. Getting caught out again by the Stampede as Lotac dived towards the base. Top lane Gabby trying his best with a split.
That's 5 heroes bottom. And the tower dead. They're going to knock on that tier 3 tower door.
They are, they're pushing in. Raven's still got a good amount of duration left with that meta. I mean, I think they know that this Monkey King's got a Battle Fury. We can try and push as much as possible now and try and force an issue. Snowball comes out as Tim's will fall. He did get a good magnetize out upon the Armel. He's going to look for the Anti Bringer, but already they've already the Death Ward down. Just pummeling TNC, pushing them back. The boat comes crashing down onto the Death Prophet though, so the second will fall on Lotac. Tim's buying back for this one, and Cuckoo trying to see if he can chase them down.
Yeah, Earth Spirit and Bat, I think they bought back, right? So we have,
They did, yeah, the double buybacks.
2 of them bought back. They got 2 kills, but it wasn't really
not
great.
worth.
Yeah, definitely not worth, especially considering how that fight started. I expected Earth Spirit to do so much, and he did so much damage, but they countered them very, very well.
They need more time. Is this another one of those games where, you know, for TNC, that if the fight lasts longer, it's better, or is that this time on the side of Lotac? Because it looks like the fights do last long, and probably mostly because it seems fairly scrappy.
I know I sort of went with TNC, but I said, you know, as I mentioned at the start, my doubt is the Monkey King. Like, how is this hero going to do down the line against this Terrorblade Centaur and Death Prophet that's going to get incredibly beefy?
This game is more about the cooldowns, right? On the side of Lotac, you have two big cooldowns to work around. You have that Prophet's ultimate, and then you have the Terrorblade's meta. So if you are TNC, you just have to play around that. If you force the meta on their side of the map, then you fight afterwards. It's really good.
That's Rubik. We're going to be in a bit of trouble there, Ninja Boogie. As he did try for the cheeky spell still on for Death Prophet.
He's still running.
At the same time, I think it's really good that Scamberlo is getting a lot of these kills because this hero needs to buy a Blink Dagger as soon as possible.
Yeah.
With
Get
that
those
blink,
saves.
yeah, with that Blink on Tusk, this game, like, it just opens up the game for them. They get a completely different angle on how they can play these team fights, as they don't have to be worried about Death Prophet or a Terrorblade being lassoed and just killed. So that Blink on Tusk can really get in handy. The same is for Aghanims on Centaur. These saving items are really important for them, defensive items.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It's mid lane.
There we go, that Blink in usage, offensively though.
Yeah.
Looking to try and find Armel here on the Kunkri. Got the rum out onto him. Ahaya jumps in, but the Wukong's command is down here from TNC.
Nice
TNC
Wukong.
are more than happy to take this fight now as Lotac had jumped in a very awkward position. Raven goes down as well. They've lost 3, as now they've got to get themselves out of there. Lotac, but Yamcha's not going to get the chance to do so. Dragged back by the X-Mark.
Yep.
They tried to fully commit in there, but this time around TNC, they were ready for it. The boat was already out upon them all. They were in position for the Wukong's command, and Lotac just tried to fight into the Monkey King ult. That was never going to go great.
Like that position on mid game is probably the best position for TNC to fight because of the monkey, and it's so clutch. There are trees everywhere, and that ultimate basically covers the whole area in which a team fight is being played out. Also, they use that link aggressively on Tusk, and you're using it on Kunkka, who is the tankiest hero on the side of TNC.
Yeah,
Really, but I think they wanted to jump in with the Centaur, but the Centaur got interrupted by the Tidebringer.
Yeah, Tidebringer.
And I think they just wanted to go in anyway, so Kunkka's like, well, I'll go instead.
Yeah, it's like all about these seconds in Dota. Like, if someone has to tell you that you're supposed to jump in, that's already too late.
Yeah,
that's how it works in teams. Like if I have to tell you jump in, it's already you missed that.
Wasted time.
Yeah, you missed that second in which that was necessary, and then they can react. Or he just uses that boat. It's so easy for the Kunkka to survive with rum in his blood. So yeah.
Arcane power.
We have that SNY finished on Monkey as well. Once he has that BKB, it's going to be even easier for him to survive through these fights. But yeah, I mean, all of us, we weren't sold on this Monkey, but it's working out so far.
Working out so far, even if he's sitting in the trees. Like, I think he spent 5 minutes sitting in trees in this game alone.
It's monkey gameplay basically.
Yeah, but no, that's monkey gameplay when you're doing mid monkey, but not monkey gameplay when you're safe lane a monkey. Safe lane monkey has to farm.
Yeah, that's true. He definitely could have been a bit more ahead than he is right now.
I mean, he'll go, okay, he's still ahead.
It's just sort of the temptation thing. You know, he gets the demon edge at a good time. You know, he's sitting in the trees. You got a lot of damage. If you do find a support walking out and saying that is going to be a free kill. So you want to try and use the fact that you've got that early damage.
Yeah, if it worked, we would have. But sadly for him, it wasn't some lonely witch doctor running around.
No,
it was the task.
That's what he was looking for.
Yeah. That lonely witch doctor has a Vlads actually. Okay, 2 Vlads. All right, so yeah.
Wait, what, on the same team?
Yeah.
Again.
Wait, what? Okay, now this time it's a witch doctor and a Tusk that both have blood. That's not.
Did something change?
Is there something we don't know about this item? Were the patch notes wrong?
Are they?
Why would the witch doctor and the Tusk?
Do they stack? What's happening?
Do they know something we don't? I mean, I'm seriously like, why would the two?
I'm telling you,
why would the two supports both buy a Vlad?
The way you counter nerfs, you buy 2 of the same item. If it works,
that's good. Like so.
If you nerfed it 50%, you just buy 2, and then you have the same item pre-nerfed.
But like, because sometimes, like pretty much every time when we see 2 Vlads, it's like, okay, one of them's a core, so it's like understandable why that he might desperately have to guarantee having a lifesteal. But this is a witch doctor buying a second Vlad.
And a Tusk as well. I don't know why witch doctor got it.
Maybe Raven was like, I need a Vlads, and then both Tusk and witch doctor took it upon themselves.
Maybe is it a graphical bug? Maybe it's just like
maybe it's miscommunication.
Well, look, this is what you do when you have 2 Vlads. You have Vlads on one side of the map and Vlads on the other. Like what now?
Value.
Haters? Value. And they kill,
Almost
and they kill
global
Monkey
flag.
because of
I
that.
guess, I guess that's what it is. It's
Almost global.
extra coverage, extra coverage.
Everyone needs to get Vlads. Can
Yeah.
we see some dead Prophet Vlads?
Dude.
Centaur Vlads at least.
Insert some of Dota chess in here. Get a third Vlads, and
Vlads
then it's
level
global
2.
Vlads. Level 2 Vlads is global Vlads.
Wait,
Wow.
what? I didn't realize a thing in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need 3 Vlads on your team.
You're
They
good.
combine into one.
They combine into one bigger one.
It must have been miscommunication.
Yeah.
No. Hey, what you building? Vlads. Oh, what did he say, buddy? He said you should build Vlads. Okay, I'll build that. And then bam. And you end up with Vlads and the Witch Doctor Vlads on your tusk.
Ooh.
I mean, they're doing well.
I mean,
Look
they're
at you.
they're doing fine. I mean,
So
it's,
who are we to judge them?
yeah, if my supports in my pubs aren't building 2 Vlads, I'm going to be shouting at them. I'm like, where's the Vlads, lads? We need the Vlads.
Lads.
Vlads, Vlads.
Vlads, lads.
Just not so easy to deliver.
All right.
Dire's bottom tower
These guys are
is
crazy,
under
but
attack.
it's working out. It's
Rubik
close game,
buyback,
21
for
to
some
20.
reason, I guess they expected a rush attempt by...
How many Vlads
Lotac.
have we got on TNC's side?
I don't know, but not many enough, I think.
I don't know, they've not got any.
They have no Vlads. Did they steal Vlads? Maybe it's...
Maybe it's one of
Yeah,
these.
maybe they dropped it. Maybe that was the change. Now Vlad's now acts as a gem.
Yeah.
You die, you lose your Vlad.
Radiant are
The mask
scanning.
comes off.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No, it's theirs. It's definitely theirs.
Unfortunately.
Well,
If we had post-game interviews, we would definitely call them and ask them what that's about.
They would definitely be like, yeah, that's
Into-
our
Yeah,
new
definitely,
strategy.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
it's
is-
like, we planned this.
you meant to do this?
Yeah.
We can't tell you. It's secret.
Yeah. Can't reveal our
Yeah.
I mean,
strats.
so with new patches, there always is sort of like little features that slip through the testing, and maybe double Vlad
Maybe
does
this is the
something.
feature.
Maybe it is like a mega lifesteal or something. You know,
I mean,
you never know.
wouldn't that be kind of abusing the game a little bit? No?
No.
No.
If it's well,
It's a
Valve
feature,
said
yeah.
in the past, didn't they? If it's in the game,
Yeah.
it's a feature.
All right.
You know,
Yeah, makes sense. Like some fountain hooks and stuff like that.
it's
Oop.
a feature.
Google
Oh,
is having a tough time here.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like that. He lives.
gonna
Actually. They
live. Down the
stampede
pot
for him.
stampede for that.
Well, they got the Rubik as well. They actually did not.
Yeah,
oh,
they got
they
him out.
did
They
get
got
the
him.
bat rider.
I mean, considering how good his laning stage went,
Oh, that's a buyback?
I guess they don't want to let the rush fall.
He wants to go for the Roche.
Roche is also a great place for the Wukong's command.
It definitely is. Earth Spirit can do a lot here as well. And there's no stampede. So there's definitely ways for them to fight here.
Dire's
Oop.
top tower
Oh,
is
they
under
know where
attack.
Monkey is.
They
Has to
would
be
have
careful
seen him
about
jump
that
across
pass.
there.
Yes,
Yeah.
they would have.
Oh,
Oh, this is not a bad.
that
What?
Wukong's command got
Yeah.
nobody
oh,
in it.
they're on the hill.
Oh, they are.
2 of them,
Oh
actually.
no! Oh
Two of
no!
them.
They're stuck up there.
What are you doing there?
They're stuck, but they're
Why
not
they
killing
got
them.
out?
They're not
What?
killing them.
How did they not kill either of them?
This. Oh my. What are
Oh, didn't kill either of them.
That is.
Oh, it's game over.
Yeah, I mean,
What's happening?
we were
actually?
just saying that the Roche pit is a great place for Wukong's command, and then you get that didn't even go with the heroes that were on top of the cliff stuck.
I'm sorry,
Didn't even
what
get
is
those in
TNC
it?
even doing in this
I
game?
don't know.
I don't feel like
Well,
they...
did they have any vision on the cliff?
I guess
Yeah,
so.
because they
What? They didn't, I guess.
No, they didn't, did they? The fight, they didn't
They
have
had the
vision.
napalm. Every time he casted the napalm, they would have vision. But
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
I guess so. But they killed the monkey. Oh, I am disappointed in this monkey.
yeah, he needs that big BKB desperately now.
Yeah, you
And
can't
he
fight
lost
that, no.
like the network
Yeah.
lead as well.
I mean, at this point, it's the Terrorblades game. The Terrorblade's taken over the game.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a
Raven is having
it's a
a great
Raven
day.
Terrorblade. I still think it's literally his best hero. Like, you let him have this hero, he will carry the game.
Yeah, I
And at
wonder
this point, he will carry the game.
I wonder if there's a way for them to come back. But so far, I think first and foremost, this Batrider has to step it up. Just a notch at least. So far, like he had an amazing laning stage and he just continued feeding.
Yep.
He just runs in, dies every single time.
And then he buys back. He did buy back for the Roche concession, but
Rubik bought back as well because of
Yeah.
that rush, so
No.
a bunch of their heroes have been crippled when it comes to economy. They don't really have any item progression any longer. Rubik sitting on 4k.
would Kunkka be able to carry harder than what he is right now.
I don't think so.
I think Armel's still doing. No, he's still playing his game okay. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't a lot more that he can do. Yeah.
It's up to sort of Gabby to get that BKB and be able to sort of stay alive in the fights. And
Yep. Maybe something changes once Kunkka is level 25, if they get there actually.
Yeah.
And you
That's
get
a
that
big step
60.
up.
Yeah, you get that 60% cleave.
Yeah.
And perhaps you can do something, but until then, I don't know. It looks like, do they have Yules actually? They do, right? They can
on
catch
the
him.
DP, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he has to be careful about this, as they can catch him once he tries to X marks himself and goes for that creep kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know. This game is just weird. TNC,
Radiant are scared.
they looked so well in the laning stage. Even after it,
Yeah.
Monkey did waste some of his time, but not a whole lot. And then they stopped making any sort of moves. Like, they just weren't doing anything. That's how I felt. I think they were way too relaxed. They're a game up. They won a laning stage, they crushed the laning stage, and they thought, all right, guys,
We got
we
this in
got
the
this.
bag.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happened in their first series as well, when they were up against Detonator.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Because they did, in the first series they had, they did drop a game, and it was also their second.
Yeah, that could be it. Well, they definitely cannot relax any longer because their base is falling.
Raven is having a field day.
Yeah, look at that. Has a BKB to work with. He did pop that meta already, so
Radiant's bottom
He's
tower has
fine.
fallen.
probably doesn't want to die.
I mean, he had, yeah, I guess he doesn't want to die, but you know, he can.
Usually that's not really what you want. I mean, he doesn't want to waste the Aegis right now. He used the meta, got the tower. They can take the shrines
Radiant's
now and
bottom shrine
just
is
chill.
under attack.
wait for the next meta, I guess. I mean, they're so strong at the moment.
Radiant's bottom
What do they
shrine
have? Like,
has
how
fallen.
do they counter? Oh, here we go. They remembered. You don't have to die and buy back all the time if you just smoke up and move as 5. You can actually make moves together as a team.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, I feel like this was something that needed to be done a while ago.
Yeah, maybe it's a bit too late.
I mean, if they can get Raven,
I don't
That's
think he can, though.
Aegis.
yeah, and he's in the base.
He would have to jump in the... Oh, he's
He's
tempted.
looking at, he's thinking about it.
They are pinging, though.
Yeah,
they see the
They
firefly.
see it, yeah. They're really cautious when it comes to their movements, and suddenly they're not. But because Tusk is close by, so he can save.
I like that. Reflection following the Monkey King around.
Double damage.
And the double damage, here we go.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, it's gonna, you know, once that Crimson Guard's done on the Centaur, that really sort of shuts down the Monkey King and Kunkka's sort of damage output in these fights. Like, it's gonna get to pretty much the same problem that Lotac had in game 1, where they're, you know, this time around TNC's against 3 very beefy cores that their cores just can't kill. Like this Terrorblade, Death Prophet, and Centaur are going to scale to a point that makes it very hard for the Monkey King and Kunkka to
Dire's
keep
top
up with
tower is under attack.
in terms of damage. As Gabby will push the wave up to the tier 3 tower, but he's got to come back for the defense now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this lane of Rax is already gone.
Double damage rune at least wore off.
They're slowing them down, definitely.
Yeah. Raven is just waiting to die so he can finally pop his meta and
10 seconds off.
his BKB. Yeah.
They're going to try with the last, so they do get the Wukong skin down in the midst of it all. BKB is being used as well.
Can they kill him
killed
twice?
They got him.
Where did the Aegis go?
What did the Aegis just go?
Yeah, I guess it's gone. They lost the
They
Aegis.
got him at the perfect time.
timing.
All right.
Jeez.
And they got themselves the Centaur as well.
Well, that
But did he literally just lose the Aegis?
Yes, he literally just... Because we just checked.
Yeah.
Then we said,
they
like, he
timed
needed
it.
to wait 10 seconds for his meta, and he had his
He had that
Aegis
Aegis and then
still
bam,
in.
they kept that timing.
What happened with Tusk though? Why didn't he snowball him in?
Because he also thought that there was still
He thought it was the
Aegis.
Aegis, I guess.
But
They must have messed up the timing on
Yeah.
Lotac's side. They didn't expect it to go at that moment.
if he's lassoed, you blink in with Tusk. You can definitely snowball him in. And he was right on top of the Terrorblade. I guess, yeah, that's true.
They just thought he had a
thought
second
that
life?
if I save you, I'm actually killing you because the Aegis is going to run out, right? So he let
yeah,
him die.
he wanted him to die.
He
yeah.
wanted him to
but
die,
it was still
but
too
it was
close.
still too close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they messed up.
I mean, they now TNC, they're pushing the base.
It's a
Oh no.
Just a mistake when it comes to timing.
I mean, when it gets that close, you've got to be so careful how you push with that Aegis. You can't rely on it if it's within seconds of going.
Cask.
Because these sort of situations happen. They do manage to cancel the TP of Armel. Well, they should be able to find him as...
did they have? Yes, they do.
Yeah, they got him. So Armel will fall. They did... Well,
the shard. They got it. The gem was there anyway. He was going nowhere.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of a roadblock there for Lotac, as they will have to sort of reset and try and get the momentum back around again against TNC's base.
I mean, you did force a buyback on Tusk.
Yeah.
It's really the biggest issue, definitely. But overall...
Like that sort of push and then loss of a life with the Aegis timing out could have definitely resulted in a worse situation.
Oh, definitely. If TB was that for longer, let's say, like, that could have been really problematic. They could have lost the full side. And now they're kind of even, I guess. They didn't take that bot melee racks, so it healed up, and the top racks is not taken too. I think what's important for both of these teams right now is that they take down the shrines next to Rosh, so that the Rosh fight is easier for them. But instead, they're going to be pushing bottom. They had the Exorcism, they had the meta, and now they're going to use the BKB properly. Kunkka is still dead for 10. I think
he doesn't want to buy back for this.
Yeah, not for the 10 seconds.
They used the fortification a bit too soon because they had the
still had the backdoor protection, didn't they?
Yeah, they had the backdoor protection, exactly.
I mean, probably either way these racks were going anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
it's a matter of seconds though. Kunkka is up in few seconds. It's all about that. In those, it's all about seconds. Yeah, you want to play to the max because when they were pushing top, it was all about those seconds as well. If
that age is disappearing. Milliseconds.
Milliseconds. Yeah, it's all about that. Everything matters.
That's what makes this game so great.
The Monkey King bar now. The Monkey King. And Crimson Guard for Centaur, so damage is stepped up for TNC, but at the same time Lotac have now another answer to the beatings of the Monkey King.
Yep, he has that MKB, right?
And they got the AC now on Kunkka, so a considerable step up in the damage that they can do together.
Oh, that's the wrong
illusion.
One. Oh, but they know which one's the right one as well.
Yeah, they at least.
But I don't think they're gonna fight. And someone has to go back to base as well because bottom lane is going to push in anytime.
He just wasted that lasso. But the meta is used as well, so it's really the biggest waste.
I mean, that is the big one, forcing out the meta like that.
It's a big win for them if they can wait it out somehow, but... she...
What did they say?
They've spotted him, they've got the touch with the Skadi. He does have his BKB available, Gabby, he'll use him. Turns around with the Boundless Trap, the BKB's out from Raven. Gabby in trouble. Can he get himself away from the two of them? Chuan and Raven chasing him down. Cuckoo is there looking to try and block them off. But the wraparound's there from Ohio and they get Gabby. Gabby, he's down for 90 seconds. I mean, as you said, if only TNC could have just avoided fighting after they saw the meta was used, that would have been amazing. But Gabby sticks around in the trees, gets spotted out when the Shiva's Guard comes through. And now there's two cores dead. They've lost Armel as well. Armel doesn't have buyback.
And bottom racks also went down.
That was very unnecessary for Monkey. I think he could have even ported out, but he didn't have the info on the rest of Lotac's team, where Wish Doctor, Centaur, and Tusk are. So he didn't try to TP out.
And now he had to buy back. And they know Kunkka can. So... Dead Bird as well.
And he's got buyback.
Yeah, he's got it. No Firefly now, though.
They're not pushing with meta, but they are pushing with the Ghosts. It's still going to be pretty speedy takedown of the tower. They do get the drag back onto the central. Silence down the Monkey King. BKB's now back up. Gabby puts the BKB, looks towards Ohio. The range racks are gone. Gabby trying to see if he can get stuck in, but with the Crimson Guard out, it's hard for him to really do too much at all. And Lotac, they're going to be able to get the full set. That's the melee rack's gone as well. As they step back up to the high ground. And without the Kunkka, TNC just don't have the firepower to push Lotac back before they bring the racks down.
So Lotac is now in the same position as they were previous game.
That's two sides up.
Two sides up.
Two sides up, but they're crushing it more this time. They're in position for the Roshan. They got a DD rune. This game is looking very much to be Lotac
that DD.
being able to close it out. I really think the Ravens Terrorblade is at a point where Yeah, I'm sure if you looked at sort of the stats, if he's at this point in a timing in the game, he doesn't lose. Like this is very hard for.
Yeah.
Just he reached that critical mass before any of his.
He has to actively make mistakes for.
Like
we've seen some teams actively make mistakes today. It's possible.
This is true.
I mean, we've seen TNC in this match actually not actively make mistakes. We've seen them do nothing for a while as a team, and that's why
they had great lanes. They're great stuff.
They had great lanes. Then they tried being too aggressive, and then they went completely passive.
They do have a rich Earth Spirit though. He's got 5k gold.
That's something, I guess. 5k gold and bounties.
What's he going to buy? You just get Radiance at this point?
I have no idea.
Why is he holding on to 5k gold?
Just
Tim's buy something.
hoarding for the next game, you know. he understands that he lost this one.
He's got to spend his money.
No, he's just saving
They're effectively 18k ahead Lotac if he's not buying anything, Tim's.
Just save it.
I mean, what items could he be contemplating? Does he just want to get like a Hex or something? I don't know. Like, what big item could he be just...
He could get whatever. Veil, Vessel, Hex, even big item.
What about, yeah, is Ags any good nowadays on Spirit?
Lotus even. He could go for Hex too, yeah.
Tell that sort of save for the Monkey King.
Yeah, just kick him out of the Wukong.
No, stone him, innit?
Yeah, stone him in the Wukong.
Yeah, so they can't kill him.
Just
So
keep
it's
him
like,
as a stone.
there's no way to stop the Wukong, so the monkey's just stoned in the middle of it.
Yep.
Monkey's stoned in the middle of the Wukong command.
He's chilling.
Just chilling.
I mean, they're losing the racks, man. They got to do something here ASAP. They'll get in with the Wukong's command. They get the drag back onto the Death Prophet. Can they kill him? Maybe. I mean, with the BKB, no, he can still walk himself out of it. The Death Prophet's going to get away. You've got Raven just diving in by the tier 4s.
He doesn't
He's got
care.
the BKB in the Sundras. He's back up to full. Ohio tries the Houston, won't catch it onto Gabby. Fortification comes out. They're trying to hold on to this final melee racks, make sure that they don't get megas, but the racks, they're going to fall for sure. As that is the mid racks gone. On the side, Armel being checked. Did Tim spend his money yet?
We'll see. No,
he did. I think he bought the
force.
He bought the force, right?
And yeah,
they're diving deep.
Yeah, he can force himself to the fountain.
I mean, the question is this a dive too deep? No, it's not. It's GG. It's over. Gabby's dead with that buyback. So is Armel. As Lotac will take the second game, bringing the series 1-1, pushing it to that deciding game.
Weird game, honestly. After that bloodbath in the first game, after an amazing performance from both of these teams in the first game, this second game was just weird.
And this Monkey King was supposed to, like, he did so well.
Yeah, well, he had an easy lane.
The first 10 minutes,
lane, which he should
TNC crushed it. Not just the bottom lane, though.
The lanes went
so
perfectly for them, so well. Yeah, and then they suddenly decide to be overly aggressive. They don't really manage to accomplish anything with that aggression. They just lost everything that they've gained in that early game, in that laning stage. And then they just, I don't know what happened. I was watching the game, but I couldn't see TNC in it. They weren't doing anything. It was every now and then that just uses his Firefly and runs straight down mids or something for that Destructor. Yeah, it completely turned into a pub. It's like they have the heroes, but they're not really well connected. They aren't really doing anything together. That's how it felt.
And I think that's probably the first time ever where a team in the history of Dota has ever won with both of the supports having a Vlad. Like that's got to be never done before.
It's definitely.
I'm sure Vlad's value.
No, but not on two supports. Sure, two Vlads, we've seen that loads of times. But two Vlads on the 4 and 5.
I'm sure it's been done.
I don't think that's
There's been so many things already done.
I'm sure that's never been done. When have two supports had Vlads and won the game? Like, I don't know. It's random. But they did it. It worked. Lotac. Win the game.
They just needed one more to upgrade to level 2 Vlads, but they didn't do that. So unfortunately,
they didn't even need it.
They didn't even need it.
2 Vlads were enough.
Yeah.
What will happen if they buy 3 Vlads?
Wow.
Maybe in game 3.
Maybe they'll try and push it. You know, they're like, hey.
Yeah.
They thought
also,
Ice Frog 40 nerfed it.
This board is just for show. We don't deserve points for that. We will head into a third game soon, but before that, we're going to look at something we're going to look at later on, because we'll check out CIS. And before we do that, and before we continue, since we have some time while the teams are getting refreshed, we're looking at how the CIS region is doing, because they are already on the way as well. Better yet, they are like over 3 hours in. 4 hours in or something like that. So
it's all going on the other streams.
Yeah.
You'll be able to find.
So the
tab on Twitch.
We already know that Gambit and VP are the 2 teams that are in the upper bracket.
Don't think there's any surprise there.
And as in the upper bracket of the main playoffs.
Yeah.
And the lower bracket is still being played out with Windstrike versus Old But Gold and Bavaga Jr. versus Navi.
Old but gold.
Old But Gold. Yeah, Old But Gold. I didn't think the names were that old from the ones that I saw in it, but Old But Gold has Illidan, G, BZZ, Vanscore, and Valor.
Those big names. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big names.
It is big names.
I'm still waiting to see that time where G rises back to top. There was a period where G was like one of the best mids in CIS, but then he like totally fell off the board.
Actually,
he was like so good.
Yeah.
And then he sort of just disappeared, tried a few stacks that didn't work. So
when I started breaking into the scene, like 2014, he was actually in Virtus Pro back then, and he was so good.
It was like, it was crazy how good G was.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We're going to find out if he's good again. Yeah, other streams.
We're going to jump to CIS after this series.
Yes. But there will be still one more game here for this series, which is the Southeast Asian qualifiers. The winner of the series, TNC or Lotac, is going to be in the upper bracket of the playoffs. The loser will be the lower bracket of the playoffs. We'll be right back.